Hello, mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Hello, mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check is good, so I can go and speak. Hello, those of you just joined. This is Moksha Mukti Apollo. Namaste. And Moksha Mukti is simply pointing you to the truth. And before Moksha Mukti begins, he wants to thank everyone for joining. Thank everyone, all of people, overwhelming amount of people came in and heard Moksha Mukti on many occasions. And recently, last Saturday, when Moksha Mukti went live, there were overwhelming amount of people came in during the live talks and expressed this comment, question, concern. So Moksha Mukti is simply pointing you to the source. And since he's simply doing one thing, he's simply pointing you to the source, you see. And because of that, he's speaking to so many people. It appears to many people that Moksha Mukti is repeating. And people are asking Moksha Mukti, it's not all of you, only like one or two of you. But majority of are coming here, actually you're getting something out of this. You're getting something out of this, and you are reacting, you're clicking the liking button, clicking the heart button, clicking the wow button, clicking the cry button, clicking any button. You're reacting, you're coming in here and doing all that, and Moksha Mukti appreciates that. And those of you here also criticizing it intelligently and unintelligently, graciously, ungraciously, whatever, you see. As long as you're criticizing critically, Moksha Mukti takes that and leaves your comment. But if you do it excessively, he will remove you. Okay. And those of you, you are also concerned that you need to go a little more in detail. You want to know more about Moksha Mukti. You see, why, who he is, what he is, or if you don't understand what is pointing you or don't get what pointing you, Moksha Mukti also offers you one-on-one session, and he'll provide you a link at the one of the comment session. He'll provide you a link, or even on the thing on the heading, he'll provide you the link, and where you can go and find out about Moksha Mukti. And if you need to do one-on-one session with him, you can donate small amount of money and do one-on-one session with him, either half hour, 1 hour. All the details are explained on the website, and he'll put a link on that. Regardless, he is simply pointing you to give your effort. Okay, this is not about intelligence. This is not about thought-driven thinking. This is not thinking. And some of you are commenting intelligently, are wanting to know something through thinking, and this is not for that. See, this is not for everyone. This is not for everyone, because this is not, Moksha Mukti is not pointing anything intelligent, not anything thought-wise, not anything thinking-wise. So if you want to know about thinking, then you might as well leave here and go somewhere else, because he is pointing you to the source that is available to you now. And source is limitless, source is everywhere, source is all pervading, source knows everything there is to know, and source is available to you right now in this present moment. So being said that, let me read some of the comments that's has going on. I think there is a comment here before. Just one comment. There was one other comment. I thought there was two comments here. Maybe just one comment. There is Erica Alexandra De La Rosa. Hello, Erica. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And Erica writes, I have a question. Why do I always feel unloved and unwanted, taken advantage of? And one of the criticism that Moksha Mukti got was like, why do you laugh at someone's questions? Moksha Mukti laughs. Moksha Mukti is laughing because he knows where a question is stemming from. He knows. And some of you also referred, why do you refer yourself in a third person? Because it is what it is. If you don't like it, like I said, Moksha Mukti, you can go somewhere else. There are a lot of forums, a lot of talks. You can go in there and you can ask them questions. Leave if you're not if this is not up to your standard. But anyway, Moksha Mukti laughs at your questions because all of your questions that you read, it's stemming from your thought, and he is pointing you to give your attention to the source. When you put your attention to the source, you see, you can watch all the thoughts appear and disappear. And what you're writing here, Erica, when you say why do I feel like unloved and loved and unloved, that you're speaking is about stemming from the thought. You see, if you put your attention to the source is always loving. The source is always loving. The source itself is loving you now. The source itself is love. Source itself is the expression of the existence. You see, when that is loved, when you recognizing that, there is no need to worry about if someone loves you or doesn't love you, because when you express that, people will love you, automatically love you. You see, right now the insecurity that you stemming is from the thought. You see, and some of you come in here and criticizing why you repeat yourself. You see, of course Moksha Mukti is going to repeat every time, because now Erica writes a question, I need to speak to the Erica, and I need to point to the Erica, and it's most of the time the answer is the same for everyone. And Moksha Mukti is simply pointing you to give your attention to the source, you see. And that thing is keeping repeating, because there is no other message here. Simply he is pointing you, you see. And again, the taken advantage, all of those are insecurity, you see. The insecurity of feeling unloved, of feeling unwanted, taken advantage, those are on questions stemming from the insecurity. Question stem from the thought. See, thought makes you insecure. You see, and for that, simply, like for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, give your attention to the source. And I may be saying this thing to all of you. Those are coming to listen to these things. This message is over and over. This is repeating. And if you're not happy with that, Moksha Mukti, certainly, if you go somewhere else, he's not going to be mad, or he's not going to be angry, or he's not going to be unhappy. You see, the message here is simple, and message here is so simple that most of you or some of you may not accept it, because it is so simple. Yet, it is the most effective. Harris Marie Jacqueline. Hello, Harris. How are you? Thanks for joining. Namaste. Harris writes, I suffer from anxiety. How can I overcome it? Harris, this question has stemmed so many times. You can watch Moksha Mukti's video from the past, and where you can see about the anxiety. But I'm going to speak about this again. And for some of you, this may be repeating because, the question is repeating, you see. And I am not speaking to any of you right now. I am speaking to Harris. So those of you who are listening, I am speaking to Harris. So I'm talking to Harris, you see. And I am not talking to all of you, but I may be talking to some of you. Those who are listening, the question has already come up, and the answer, the speaking, the speech, whatever, or the pointer that Moksha Mukti is giving sounds like it's repeating, and it is what it is. Harris, your anxiety is a natural process in your body. It's a natural energy, is there to express uncertainty. Express the uncertainty, because we do not know what is going to happen in the future. That is uncertain, right? And uncertainty creates anxiety in the physiological level in the body. That is natural process, you see. That is so natural. that is in the body. And there is nothing wrong with that. Anxiety. Now, when you experience the anxiety, energy in the body, now what the thought does is, thought analyze it, and thought doesn't really want it experience in the body because that feels uncomfortable. When it feels uncomfortable, the thought wants to get rid of that anxiety energy from the body. And that wanting to get rid of that energy from the body, the force that thought is using is causing the problem. Now there is a fight between the energy, the natural energy in the body, and the thought trying to push it away. And that causes friction, you see, and that is causing you the anxiety. And what Moksha Mukti calls mushroom effect, this may be repeating to some of you. Mushroom effect, the head falls off when you don't give attention to the thought. When you give attention to the source, the head falls off. The 90% of your anxiety falls off. The 90% of anxiety illusion created by your own thought. And if you just stay with your thought, you want to know more, you want to understand this and that, it will go in a circle. Will go in a circle, and you will stay. You'll always remain in your consciousness, and you will feel anxious, you see. Jamie Harling. Hello, Jamie. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Jamie writes, hello, I am indigo. Any advice? I am an indigo. Well, Moksha Mukti does not know what is indigo. Moksha Mukti does not know what is this race, that race. Only thing Moksha Mukti recognizes here is that you are a universal citizen. You are a human being. Afeni Bennett. Hello, Afeni. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And Afeni writes, I have anxiety and stress about homelessness. How can I overcome the anxiety to stay focused on my goal? Well, that's exactly the problem. Your problem is you just mentioned there on your question. Don't you see that? Too focused on a goal. Too focused on a goal is created by the thought. You're too focused on the goal, that means you're too focused on the thought. See? That means you're giving too much attention to the thought. That's what you're writing here. And Moksha Mukti has already given pointers to, who did I give pointers to? Is it Harris? Yeah, Harris. I just gave pointers to Harris, same thing. Anxiety. And this is going to repeat. If I say this again, this is going to repeat because your questions are similar. And he's simply pointing you to the source, and this is also going to repeat. He's not doing anything new here. He's not doing anything complicated. It's simple. You see? And stress, again, is there's a fighting between anxiety and thought. There's a fighting, and that is creating you stress. That is creating you anxiety. And what? What is it for? It's causing you a body problem, isn't it? And I'm going to read your comment here again. Some reason on this iPad, I've done so many things, it just kicks out. Facebook app just closes, and I have to go back and see again and read your comments here. Okay, now who else is in here? Stephanie Kathleen Carpenter. Hello, Stephanie. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And she writes, why does everyone think I am the strong one in the family? It's always me who will always be okay, even when I need help. It's a relative. The strong, the weak is the relative. What I mean by relative is it's only like one person is weak, one person is strong, is only comparison. It's only comparison. There is no strong, there is no weak, it's only comparison. You're just comparing. And among the comparison, you may appear strong-willed to other members of a family. You see, simply when you need help, just simply express it out, communicate. So much anger going on in there. See, all of those are stemming from the thought, making you angry. What for? It's just gonna suck your energy out of you. I'm going back to reading the comment here. A lot of anger today on the air. What for, friends? Why are you angry? Erica writes, Namaste, thank you. You're welcome. Namaste, Erica, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing your experience, writing comments. Yowa Luna. Hello, Yowa. Thanks for joining. Namaste. And Yowa writes, I have been having a hard time controlling my negative thoughts and emotions. Why do I begin to feel better? When do I? Is it why do I or when do I? Why do I begin to feel better and then feel bad? Oh, okay. So why do I feel better and bad again? You see. It's because, Yoa, that is the nature of the thought. You see, the nature of the thought. You see, thought is positive and negative. That is the nature of thought, to be positive, negative, depending on the condition that you are imposed upon. Your society imposes a condition upon you, and based on that you will say this is negative and this is positive. You see, and all of those impositions are imposed upon you by the society. And controlling the emotion is again the stem from the thought. Thought is doing that. You see, thought is saying this emotion is positive, thought is saying this emotion is negative, and let it come. Let it come. Let the energy come. Let the energy come. Let the thought appear and disappear in your consciousness. Just observe it. Just observe. Just observe that. Why do you need to control it? The negative emotion, if you observe it, it stays for a while, then it falls off, just like the cloud in the sky. It appears and disappears. It appears and disappears. You see, the negative emotions or thought may come in, and then you observe that, then you will go up, isn't it? And when you feel better, the feeling better. See, everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to feel good all the time, isn't it? And that is causing you the problem, because, see, all the good feeling and bad feeling, they have a duration. Just like the cloud in the sky, the cloudy day appears. It was cloudy for so many days, and today is sunny day. Even there's a sunny day, there is still cloud on the sky. So the cloud in the sky comes and goes. It is what it is. Even the good feeling stays in your consciousness and it goes. And the bad feeling comes in and the good feeling comes in. The one that is trying to control is your thought. The one that is trying to control you is the causing you the problem. Just simply let it go. Sunshine Dazzling Days. Wow, nice name. Sunshine Dazzling. Hello, Sunshine Dazzling. How are you? Namaste. Thanks for joining. Do you pick up anything on me? Sunshine, Moksha Mukti is not a psychic. He's simply pointing you to give your attention to the source. And this may seem repeating to a lot of you, because that's all he's been saying. That's all his message is. The picking up energy, psychic power, whatever power you are asking someone else to give it to you, you already have it within you now. You have that power. Tap into that source. Give attention to that source. Be here now in the present moment. Harris Murray writes, Facebook keep freezing for some reason. Harris Murray, sometimes Facebook does that. This is a new technology, live technology, and even Moksha Mukti has experience on his end. There was a freezing going on, but from this end, there was no freezing going on, so it must be from your end. But it is what it is, just have patience, be patient. Carolina McQuisens. Hello, Carolina, thanks for joining. Namaste. And she says, I need help. Well, what do you need help for, Carolina? Diabetes. Well, Carolina, if you need immediate attention, I would seek medical help, or go see someone who is helping medically. As far as Moksha Mukti knows, diabetes is a disease stem from the comprehensive collective knowledge, from your own thought, and that the thought is actually making you eat a lot of sugar, and the thought is causing you to be diabetic when you eat a lot of sugar, right? And there is also cause of genetics. There's also cause of environment, and there is also cause of food. So the food, genetics, environment, and your own thought. So 4 things are causing you to be diabetic. So avoid food that is causing you to be diabetic. Just like lots of carbohydrate, lots of sugar, lots of saturated fat. See, that can turn into, triglyceride, whatever, But I would go seek a medical help, maybe take a diabetic education course, they will tell you all this information, and Moksha Mukti is not here to give you that. He's simply pointing you to put your attention to the source, where the source, everything is available to you. Besides that, they have 4 things, just Moksha Mukti pointed. Control the food, control your thought, no, not control thought, control your intake of the food. So when you eat, you tell yourself, even that tastes good, do you want to put that food in your body, or do you want to keep it outside? So the food that harms the body, just like carbohydrates, sugar, all the saturated fat, you want to keep it outside. Maybe just take a taste, maybe just get a taste, like one tiny taste, and put it away, you see. Because diabetes is a dangerous disease, as is pointed out. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't let it scare you. Simply give your attention to the source. The source knows what to do it, and you'll be fine. Rebecca McGrail. Hello, Rebecca. Thanks for joining. And she says, haha. Yeah, why get angry? Why worry? Simply haha, laugh, enjoy. Even for a few seconds, enjoy. You see, you're here to enjoy. You're here to express your expression. Amy Ekmao. Hello, Amy. Thanks for joining. Namaste. What is your mission? Amy, Moksha Mukti, there is no mission here. He is simply expressing the expression of existence. You see, he is simply expressing the expression of the existence, and yeah, he's repeating, but it is what it is. And while doing this, a lot of people coming back, giving comments that that you are enjoying Moksha Mukti's expressions.